In this lesson, I'm going to talk about sleep. Kind of maybe a boring subject for some people, but it's super duper important when it comes to your fitness and your health. As I've mentioned before, one of the reasons that we gain weight, especially around our tummy, is stress. If you're not sleeping well, then that's going to affect your mood and it affects your stress. So actually sleep is the most important thing to get right. If there's issues with your sleep, then get that sorted. Really, trust me. I mean, that's one of the foundational things. That's like the roots of a tree. That's how important it is, because also it affects how well you're going to perform. It's not just go to the gym and lift the weights. You want to really lift with strength and good energy. So I'm going to give you a few tips. Plus, I'm going to pop a podcast below from an expert, because I'm obviously not an expert, but I'm very passionate about the topic and I've helped clients to overcome sleep issues before. So the basics. 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. is the recommended time. Yes, get your 8 hours, but not going to bed at 1 a.m. They recommend, we have something called circadian rhythms, and apparently that is the optimal time. It's not the end of the world if your schedule is different, but go to bed at the same time and wake up at the same time so that your body can expect that, right? To avoid any kind of your rhythm, your internal rhythm being thrown. So as far as possible, go to bed and wake up at the same time. But also, when you wake up, and this might sound radical, but try your best, you want to get exposed to serotonin as soon as you wake up, so to daylight. So ideally, you go outside. I know that's not a very good idea. It's quite cold here in Geneva at the moment, and that's nice when it's really warm, but I have a dog. I'm very lucky, so I have to take my dog out to pee, and that's such a gift for my health because I'm exposed to that sunlight. And I'm also going to find the podcast to put below around the importance of light for our system and daylight, getting outside. So then you're going to get a serotonin boost immediately. And what you want to do is balance your serotonin and your melatonin. At night, people take supplements. I mean, I'm not a big believer in, I think that our bodies, if we put our body back into balance, it can be done naturally. I don't take that stuff, although some people swear by them, but I believe that you can, generate the good level of serotonin and melatonin naturally. So then at night, at least an hour, I do the same, not as I do, at least an hour before going to bed, no more screens, because that's going to, if you are somebody who's sensitive to, who really needs to get your body starts to, as soon as it gets dark outside, your body starts to increase its melatonin production. And that's what you need to sleep. So also, if you are on screens in the evening and you're not sleeping so well, invest in, there's special glasses that you can buy. I actually have them, but I don't use them because I sleep really well. But I did for a while. I tried them, and some people swear by them, and I probably should use them because apparently that artificial light is not good for us. So you wear these blue glasses. If you want to link to, well, let me link to it below. I'll link below as well in the text for those glasses. There's many different brands and makes and many different price ranges for them. But if you have to be on screens, wear those glasses, because that helps also with avoiding that your melatonin production is interrupted, because artificial light will interfere with your melatonin production. So that already, if you do that and get, as much daylight in the morning as no, not as much, sorry, 15 minutes is, you don't need tons of it, but as early as possible in the morning to get your melatonin levels up, because you want to get into that cycle of melatonin and then, serotonin and melatonin. I apologize for mixing them up. Serotonin is for the daytime, melatonin is for the nighttime. But if you have good serotonin levels, then it's going to help your melatonin levels at night as well. But also, obviously, stress and anxiety is going to play into if you're not sleeping well. So that's something to work on as well. Some meditation and exercise. Oh my God. I have been sleeping incredibly well since I've increased my exercise and food, of course, since my sugar is way reduced, then food, my, what I'm ingesting is not affecting my sleep, eating gunk before bedtime is definitely, oh my God, when I would eat wine and crisps, and I'm sure I will again, for sure, I really enjoy it, but it affects my sleep. But over the Christmas holidays, I will indulge. And but I notice it, it'll affect my digestion, and then that affects my sleep. It's okay though if it's during the holiday period, right? We have to have balance in our lives and have fun too. But if you're struggling to sleep on the normal days where you need to function well, it's going to affect everything. So get your sleep right. And that is why I devoted a lesson purely to talk about sleep. And, it depends. Maybe it's not an issue for you. That's good. I can say that, my sleep was average. I think since I went through menopause, it got a bit crappy. And I do take a small dose of HRT, hormone replacement therapy, which is estrogen. I take estrogen and something else. I can't even remember what it's called, but I go through phases. I don't take it all the time because I don't like taking it, but I was waking up with heart palpitations, not stressful ones, but it's one of the symptoms in menopause. And so I notice if that comes back, then I take one. It was recommended for me to take one daily, but I don't. Some people take two daily. So I just go through phases because ultimately I like to wean myself. I don't want to be taking it, but sometimes, we have to weigh up which is better for us. The benefits, so the benefits outweigh any kind of a risk for me in that respect. But that is sleep. I wish you a wonderful night's sleep tonight and every night.